I've been on the product since October of '99, and I have just passed my 11-year anniversary of no missed work due to anxiety or depression. Life in the beginning wasn't very much fun at all. I was diagnosed with bipolar or depression and bipolar and panic anxiety disorder. Those all seemed to come and go depending which day I talked to the doctor. And it was pretty bleak. It was hard relating to my family. It was hard relating to other people, or even just getting up and relating to the world at all. But to not be in control of your body, to see things happening around you, and you cannot carry out a normal response. That was awful. There have been other days, and it's almost like a cliche to say you're in a black hole, but that is exactly what it's like. The darkness just comes in waves and it hits you. It impacts you as much as if you were hit with a 2x4. And they don't let up. They come and they come and they come. And in some ways they wash over you, but more like they wash through you and they drain everything away. And things that should mean a lot to you mean almost nothing, and it adds to the despair. To see your children or somebody want to play with you or someone you cannot respond, that makes it worse. When I first started having symptoms, they'd try some drugs and they'd work really well for a little while, but if there was any kind of side effects listed for the drug, I seemed to find most of them. Most of the side effects were the drowsiness, the dopiness, just the cloud that you always live in. Yes, I wasn't having as bad anxiety or as bad depression, but I wasn't really living either. My father met Tony Stephan and heard what was going on in his life at the time, and it was just in the early days when they were still developing the formula. And at one point it was liquid, and then it graduated to the capsules and so on. But I was very fortunate to be able to get on in some of those early studies or data collection period that they were working on those with. Within less than a couple of weeks, I was on the mend. Things were settling down. I was able to start doing things again. Not perfect, but it was a good start. And I think the first batch came in September or October. By the end of December, I was back to work full-time. And since that December, I've not missed a day's work due to depression or anxiety. But for me, at first, when I first went on it, it's almost like, this sounds too good to be true. And I didn't dare hope for a long time. And then when it started shining through a little bit, oh, this is good. When am I going to crash? Everything else that had ever had a positive influence, always I would crash, whether it's several weeks or a few months. There was always a crash at the end. This one, there was never a crash. Things aren't perfect. Life isn't perfect for anybody, but it's a lot better place than I was. And I'm not in that deep hole anymore. I still deal with a little bit of anxiety, but nothing compared to what it was. And it's amazing what you can put up with when you're not fighting depression. I have a fairly stressful job. I'm able to hold it down, doing quite well. And every once in a while I've tried to, cut back maybe a little more than I should, or come off it once or twice. And within a few days, I can feel the hole start to creep in again. And I say, nope, this is not where I want to go. When you get on something that really truly works, like the True Hope does for me anyway, that first ray of hope coming through, that makes you want to cry for a whole different reason. This can change the world.